hit 1 billion naira mark in January, paid new minimum wage. All is set for Enugu local government election. Coronavirus. Federal government marks out 71 million naira to prevent infection, risk riot out to border authorities. Newcastle United ban players from shaking hands over coronavirus. Welcome to MCL News with Chimezie Ozems. Abia State is said to have met her target of hitting the 1 billion naira mark in her internally generated revenue drive for the month of January 2020. This also led to payment of the new minimum wage agreed by the federal government and Labour to ease civil servants without any rancor or hesitation. This was stated by the State's Commissioner for Finance, Dr. Hamuko, during a radio program monitored in Umuahia, the Abia State capital, on Wednesday. Dr. Uko stated that Abia State pays the highest wage per worker in the entire Southeast region and praised the governor, Dr. Kezi Ibazo, for approving a wage structure that pays the lowest wage earner in Abia above the approved 30,000 naira minimum wage. To plug leakages, Dr. Hamuko revealed that the state government is introducing automation and the collection of flying revenues and reform the mode of collection. The newly appointed General Manager of Owerri Capital Development Authority, OCDA, Innocent Ikpemezie, has promised to reposition the capital city and to achieve resounding success within a short period. Addressing members of staff of the agency upon resuming office in Owerri, Ikpemezie said that he is delighted to be at the Owerri Capital Authority, stating that his duty is to work and harness the efficiency of the workforce. The OCDA boss, who said his dream was to make the agency best among equals, stated his willingness and preparedness to learn and enshrine a robust working relationship with members of staff. He also promised to accommodate and welcome fresh ideas to move the commission forward. Ikpemezie noted that the task before everyone in the commission is a daunting one, but expressed hope that with collective support and maximum cooperation, the agency will achieve resounding success in the area of increasing the state revenue base. He thanked Governor Hope Uzodinma for finding him worthy to man the establishment. All is now set for the Enugu State local government election. The election will take place in the 17 local government areas of the state. In a telephone interview with MCL News, a public affairs analyst, Sir Abuchi Amiyago, spoke on the readiness of Enugu State Electoral Commission for the election. Sir Amiyago, a veteran journalist, said the election will hold tomorrow, though the state electoral empire failed to sensitize the people about the exercise.
On the surface value, I would say that they are prepared to conduct the election, even though one must say from observation that the State Electoral Commission did not carry out adequate awareness creation about the election, unlike what is tenable with the general elections in the country, where INEC, the Independent National Electoral Commission, embarks on a wide range of awareness creation to the citizens.
He said the turnout of voters for the election may be hampered by lack of adequate information concerning the local government poll?
There may be voter apathy, but you may not rule out declaration of large number of votes in the end.
Sir Anye Yadu, residents of the coal city are not enthusiastic as results will still be declared at the end of the exercise.
You think will be the general mood of the people when they know generally that at the end of the day results will be declared, and then a particular party, the party of the ruling party in the state, would be declared the winner of all the seats.
Indigenes of Umeri in Anambra East local government area of Anambra State have appealed to the federal government to intervene in the lingering rift between their community and the Nigerian police. The rift is over the Agro land donated for the construction of Police Institute of Finance and Administration. The appeal followed the detention of 4 stakeholders from the community by the police on 24th February 2020. The people recently took to the street over government encroachment of their land for the construction of the police facility. They insisted that only a roundtable discussion with relevant authorities will bring lasting solution to the crisis. The detainees were later arraigned before a magistrate court in Old Rocha and granted bail with a surety in the large sum of 100,000 naira by the magistrate M.I. Ogolo before the matter was adjourned the 4th March 2020 for hearing. Addressing newsmen on Friday, one of the detainees, Chief Mike Anebuka, said they are still at loss over the charges by the police, particularly that of pulling down certain portion of the fence erected by the police at the site. Residents of Ebonyi State have rejected the proposed hike in electricity tariff introduced by Enugu Electricity Distribution Company (EEDC). The residents opposed the hike at a town hall meeting organized by EEDC. The distribution company came up with a 50% increase, which they said would commence in April this year. The meeting has detained stakeholders' consultations on extraordinary review of the multi-year tariff. AGK Kele has the details.
As part of enlightenment and engagement strategy, the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company (EEDC) has hosted her Ebonyi State customers to a town hall meeting. The event, which is aimed at interacting with customers, took place at Sun Spring Hotel, Abakaliki. The head communications Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, Mr. Emeka Eze, said that the customer meeting were necessitated by the challenges of poor electricity supply within the area.
This is basically a consultative stakeholder forum where we came to present the proposed tariff to our customers and stakeholders. Usually it's a practice to make proposal to the customers before we now pass on to the regulator who approves the final become a tariff. So what we come today is to seek feedback from our stakeholders and customers. Of course, we had some of them telling us what they feel. Some are saying they don't want the tariff to go, while some are saying let it be gradual, and some are looking proposals and that's the whole idea, to get their buy-in. Of course, there's no way we can embark on such a task without getting the buy-in of our customers, because these are the people that will eventually pay those bills.
The forum, which provided opportunity for EEDC to enlighten customers on its activities as well as developments within its operations, also gave customers opportunity to express their concerns as it affects the services rendered by EEDC.
Currently, they have said they want to review upwards the tariff, and To us stakeholders, I think the best option would have been to break their proposal as they have done like that, and then still maintain status quo, so that by the time the stakeholders brings down the information on the proposed tariff increase to the direct cost to consumers, they'll be able to know how they are feeling about it, considering the nature of Ebonyi State, Nigerian State, and then not having so much money to go around in terms of the tariff. So we are of the view that they should suspend for now tariff increase and then look inwards to still do more on their service delivery.
Mr. Eze further stated that the forum was a conscious initiative by EEDC to interact with its customers, fill their purse with a view to improve and perfect its operations.
There yet, we know there are challenges, we know there are grounds to cover, and effort. I'm sure you also saw the presentation of the projects that we intend to implement. Those are initiatives geared towards addressing these concerns. There are a whole lot of things to be done in the network. We need money to do this.
It could be recalled that EEDC had a similar session for Anambra State customers with plans to replicate some across the other states where it covers. From Abakaliki, I am Ejike Ikele, MCLtv News.
The Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC has said it will ban 2 passengers occupying the front seat of commercial vehicles across the country. The Corps Public Education Officer, BC Kazim, made this known to newsmen on Friday. Kazim said that FRSC is still in the business of enforcing compliance on all traffic laws, adding that the Corps will not relent in ensuring safety at all costs. Kazim said that the law is very clear on overloading, and the Corps is sustaining existing efforts to ensure that the law is obeyed by all. Speaking on the security situation in the country, Kazim said that FRS is prepared to curtail the rising cases of kidnapping in the territory, considering the wave of kidnapping on the highways in recent time. The federal government on Friday formulated inter-ministerial and inter-sector readiness and rapid response strategy against the coronavirus epidemic. It also approved 71 million naira as preventive costs against possible outbreak of the virus, and subsequently directed that operators of all ports of entry into the country be on alert and screen all passengers at the seaports, international airports, and land borders. Symptoms of the dreaded virus can range from a runny nose, cough, sore throat, and fever, but can also escalate to pneumonia. The strategy is to enable all relevant ministries, agencies, institutions, organizations, and development partners to move for quick intervention against any coronavirus symptoms, threats to any individual or group coming into the country. Minister of Health Dr. Sajie Ehanere disclosed this to newsmen after meeting with heads of various government institutions for a collaborative engagement against the dreaded virus in Abuja. Osagie advised Nigerians and residents to be cautious and calm about the novel coronavirus. He advised people to wash their hands regularly, cover their mouths and noses properly when sneezing and coughing in crowded areas or in a bus. You are watching MCL News. Still to come. Residents of Chief Monga Street cry out to government over erosion menace. Coronavirus, no country will be spared. World Health Organization warns. Yobo, my appointment will add value to Egos. Details of these reports will come your way after this break. Stay tuned.
With heavy heart, the management and staff of Loving Communications Limited, MCLtv, announced the death of one of his staff, Mr. Nathaniel Ogugwa Mwabunike. The sad event occurred on Wednesday night in February 2020. Until his death, the late Mwabunike, popularly known as Akunyo Joto, was the studio manager of MCLtv. The deceased was a graduate of theatre arts from the University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University. He was the creator of the program Frontliners, which metamorphosed into Front Runners. Sports Digest, which has been running for more than a decade, is the brainchild of late Mr. Mwabunike. He was also credited with the introduction of newspaper review on MCLtv. The burial announcement will be announced by the family. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Mommy, mosquito is biting me.
But I asked you to use Top Rank insecticide.
Top Rank insecticide kills mosquitoes, cockroach, flies, and every other crawling and flying insects faster anywhere around you. NAFDAC approves Top Rank insecticide for its effectiveness. Use Top Rank insecticide and enjoy a peaceful night rest. Available in all shops and supermarkets near you in 600ml can and 300ml can. Top Rank insecticide is marketed nationwide by C Success Multi Services Limited. Telephone 0813-111-2348 or 090-960-22577. Top Rank insecticide. What's worth doing is worth doing well.
Our esteemed viewer, thanks for your patronage of our programs and services, for which we say thank you. We remind you that at all times, you have the right to quality broadcasting. It belongs to you as well as the right to lodge complaints on broadcast materials or conduct of any broadcast station. MCLtv is open and receptive to your commendations, complaints and criticisms, as such comments strengthen and make us serve you better. Feel free at all times to address your reactions to National Broadcasting Commission, Enugu Zonal Office, Current Drive, Independent Layout, Enugu. You can email us at mbcenuguzone@yahoo.com or Modern Communications Limited, number 9B Obibo Avenue, Aba. MCLtv, the world in your home.
Welcome back. You are watching MCL News. And now to our special reports for the week. The residents of Chikmonga Street in the 7-Up area have cried out to the Delta State government over the gully erosion wreaking havoc in the area. The residents made their appeal when MCL News paid a visit to the area. In this week's special report, MCL correspondent takes a look at the devastation caused by the erosion. The report. Mrs. Meji Ndukwe is a widow and a mother of 4. Mrs. Ndukwe, who lost her husband many years ago, is a farmer. The active gully erosion has rendered her homeless by washing away her house and farmland. The farmland used to be her only source of livelihood. According to her, she now depends on her children. At present, Mrs. Ndukwe can be said to be the biggest loser. The erosion also washed away her husband's grave. She cannot say exactly where her husband was buried. The washing away of the grave is an injury that will take a long time to heal.
ma le mane mame ale mane moke le ya le bare ebe m da nwa ife m da ru pose dukwu mi na eme kasi sabile amakwa m ele m na-eme kemgbe ahụ me ya nwekwa ife m na-arụ nnakwacha ele m na-eji erife mana ha akpọkwa na gọọmenti ndị abụ ndị mbụ ụmụ abụ ndị abụọ bịa yere m n'aka ka mmiri bụ meburu o burula m ibe lidi m.
Okezie Okpo, a poultry farmer, is another victim. Now, he and members of his family access their house through bush path. The erosion swept away the frontage of their house.
The impact is bad. A whole lot of us has been hypertensive. Anytime the rainy season comes, the fear that you might be sleeping, your building will cave in. Like this building up by my right, the first fence has caved in, the second fence has caved in, and the fear that when this rainy season comes up, that this building will not cave in, will not be there.
Mr. Okpo tells me that residents of the area have made representations to some agencies, including the Nigeria Erosion and Watershed Management Project, NEWMAP. NEWMAP is a World Bank assisted project aimed at tackling the menace of gully erosion in the southeast region.
We've been to Niger Delta Affairs, we've been to Ministry of Environment, we've been to Ecological, we've been to World Bank, NEWMAP. NEWMAP have come through the Ministry of Environment. They told us they've approved it, that this year they've come and do the work.
People living here, we are living in fear. Because if you come here when there is rain, you will discover that this place is a fearful zone. Children, you can't leave your child to come out, or let's assume you move out and your child is coming back from school and it is raining. There is no peace in your mind because the flood can carry your child. Now when we talk about the properties in this place, people refuse to even rent house around this place again because others are packing out.
The gully erosion commenced its devastating journey about 6 years ago. It has continued to expand during each year's rainy season. It has consumed houses, farmlands and economic trees on its path. The gully erosion will become active once again during the rainy season, which is few months away. There are indications that the erosion will wreak more havoc this year. The affected residents will no longer be sleeping with their two eyes closed. This part of Chikmangwa Street is a low-lying area. Flood water from various places run through the area and empties at the Bar River, popularly known as Waterside. Efforts made to reach the project coordinator of NEWMAP, Abia State, Izuchukwu Omugara, did not yield the anticipated result. According to NEWMAP, there are about 273 active erosion sites in Abia. It is estimated that in 2003 alone, Abia State lost over 1,120 acres of soil to erosion. The southeast has been described as the erosion capital of the world. Anambra is the most affected, followed by Enugu and Abia. In Abia State, most of the active gullies are in Abia North Zone. The high number of active erosion sites in the southeast region has been attributed to high population density. Chimezie Ozems, MCL News. Considering the rapid global spread of the coronavirus known as COVID-19, the Director General World Health Organization WHO, Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus, has warned all countries to prepare for the outbreak of the deadly virus. Speaking during its Thursday briefing, the WHO DG said with new infections reported around the world now surpassing those in mainland China, even rich countries should prepare for the outbreak. Nigeria has become the third African nation to be affected by the outbreak, with the Italian index case said to be under isolation since Thursday night. former captain of Super Eagles, Joseph Yobo, says that his appointment as assistant coach of the senior national male team is to add value and be involved in the building confidence in the young squad. Yobo, who disclosed this in a chat, said he acknowledged the good work Geletro has done with the young team by refocusing and building confidence in the players. He said the team's outing in major competitions and qualifiers have been wonderful and only needed a little push to get to the top. The former Everton defender thanked the leadership of the Nigerian Football Federation, especially the president Amaju Pinnick, and the entire board for finding him worthy to serve in the senior team as an assistant coach. That's the size of our packet, but before we draw the curtain, here is a recap of our major news stories. Abia State has made her target of hitting the 1 billion naira mark in her internally generated revenue for the month of January 2020. All is set for the Enugu State Local Government Chairmanship election. The election will take place in the 17 local government areas of the state. The federal government has formulated inter-ministerial and inter-sectorial readiness and rapid response strategy against the coronavirus epidemic. That's the end of the news. Thanks for watching. My name is Chimezia Ozems. Stay tuned for Akokowa with Chinyere Chibu. Good night.